Sony's upcoming Overwatch clone has faced a lot of backlash ever since it was announced, and every teaser trailer has gotten massively ratioed. But now the Concord developers are addressing the massive backlash to the game after it was revealed it pushes pronoun nonsense and features DEI character designs. I have a few different things to show off, but before we get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube membership. So I wanted to start and primarily reference this That Park Place article, and even though I've talked about Concord a few times, it does kind of wrap up the situation. It says Firewalk Studios appeared to confirm rumors that the company was shrugging off the massive backlash the game received after it was revealed during the recent PlayStation State of Play presentation that the game pushes pronoun nonsense and DEI character designs, and there was a lot wrong with this game. I did live react to it, and my initial opinions were definitely not positive. They seemingly were, pushing pronoun nonsense. The DEI character designs were a lot to take in, and then when you looked at the gameplay, it just looked like a generic 5v5 hero shooter. They talked a lot about unique abilities and all these cool looking maps, but we didn't see that. So maybe once it actually releases, we'll be getting something that is a okay final product, but they definitely did a very, very bad job at marketing it. And obviously, developers can create whatever they want. This is clearly not a game that is marketed towards someone like me, but that does not mean I can't criticize it. And I had actually said previously, oh, I was disappointed with the fact that this is a game you have to pay for. It's not like it's going to be a free-to-play title. And they initially, at the State of Play, said there was only going to be a closed beta. So if you pre-ordered it, you could access the closed beta, but that was going to be it. And I said that was a really bad move. They should have had a free open beta weekend, and they are going to have one. So I am at least going to give it a shot, even though I personally don't see any way that I would purchase it. But I am going to give it a shot nonetheless, even though all I'm seeing is trash, and most people would agree given the ratios. But then we had heard that the developers were practically shrugging off the backlash, that they acknowledged it was happening, but they really didn't care. And obviously, developers should be creating products that they are confident in, but at the end of the day, they're not making products for themselves to play. They are making products for people to purchase. And if they are making a game that nobody wants to buy, then their ship is going to sink. They're not going to be able to survive, and there's definitely no way they're going to make it through the full development cycle with a title like this. But of course, it says in the PlayStation State of Play, the Firewalk Studios head Kim Cranes, who is the director of the IP, revealed a number of characters for the game, including One-Off, Vale, Lennox, Amari, and more. Each of the characters that she shows off features the character's name, its roles, and then their preferred pronouns. Now, I don't know why they would put preferred pronouns on the little character descriptions, given that has no effect on the gameplay, but that they really thought that is a way to get people to swipe their credit cards for this, which is absolutely mind-boggling. It says, though, on top of this, she stated every character brings their own unique personality, skills, and wide-ranging perspectives to the crew. It really seems like Overwatch meets Guardians of the Galaxy. It's just a very generic DEI focused game, and of course it's no surprise given the fact that it is a PlayStation Studios title. It seems like they really wanted to just focus on the diversity, put gameplay secondary, and that is never a solid strategy, at least in my opinion. And they were also trying to market it with the reoccurring or ongoing narrative arcs. They said every week when you log in, you will be welcomed with a new cinematic, which will give you a chance to see characters on and off the job. They will feature ongoing narrative arcs that grow the characters' stories and relationships and unpack the broader Concord galaxy, which could be okay. But again, you have to have intriguing characters and an intriguing world in order for this to matter, because If the gameplay isn't even good and I have no initial interest in these characters, why would I care about their story? And it seems like these people just don't quite understand that. And of course, gamers were having absolutely none of this, instantly voicing and expressing their displeasure with the game. Endymion said PlayStation's new 5v5 PvP hero shooter Concord is full of diverse character designs, and they even have their pronouns listed below their names. And of course, Grums had said they've heard our complaints and ignored them. Sources tell me internal emails show the Concord team is shrugging off the criticism of their characters as white noise, and this is not a good strategy. You need to actually listen to what potential customers are saying in order to make a game that is going to be purchased. And now we have her talking to different media outlets and addressing the backlash. She told VGC, yeah, that trailer, that moment is such a tiny slice of everything that we've been working on for years and years. We're excited for the game and the IP, and for the game to be in people's hands and the IP to be in people's minds. I'm personally very excited for the IP, for folks to delve into the galactic guide. That is something they choose to do. For these vignettes to come out on a weekly basis, you'll start to fall in love with the depth of the characters. That's something that you'll learn week to week. Their personalities will unfold, their relationships will unfold, their backstories. None of that is something that you can get into with a tiny little slice of it, but that's a start. There's something there. So I'm glad folks watched it. I'm glad they participated, and I can't wait for them to see more and to see everything that is there. So instead of actually addressing the fact that there is backlash surrounding it and saying, hey, listen, this isn't a game for everyone, but we at least hope you'll check out our free beta weekend and at least give it a shot, they're completely writing off backlash and ignoring it, which is such a bad mindset, at least in my opinion. I constantly have to say this, but if you are a developer and you have a game that is being highly scrutinized, at least addressing it proves that you are listening to us, even if you don't agree with gamers' opinions. Even if you think you've created, the next gigantic game that's going to blow up in popularity, you could at least acknowledge the way that we feel. And it doesn't have to be some really long statement. You don't even need to defend yourself. You just need to say, we created what we felt passionate about. And even though the backlash is, pretty severe surrounding the first teasers and trailers, we hope you'll at least give it a shot, especially when they've got a free open beta weekend in not even that long, but instead they're just completely ignoring it, which is such a bad PR move, in my opinion. This is something we see devs do all the time, and it's like they think they are better than us and they think that they can do no wrong, but at the end of the day, that does not equal sales. You are going to lose sales with this strategy, but they don't care, of course. And I've talked about Concord on this channel a few times at this point. The fact that they've pushed the pronoun nonsense and DEI character designs just proves that, they were never looking to make the best game possible. They just were looking to make a game for modern audiences, aka sensitive snowflakes on social media. Now, will they actually respond to any of this backlash in other interviews or on social media? I highly doubt it. Only time will tell. But right now, they are basically completely ignoring the massive backlash. They do not even want to acknowledge the fact that their trailers are being absolutely ratioed, and seemingly nobody likes them. Maybe this game will come out and be amazing, but from what I've seen so far, I highly doubt it. But that's all that I had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.